Alright, so we've got the next Wolverine movie coming out in March, Logan. Um, it's going to be based on the Old Man Logan sort of storyline, which sort of goes into an alternate future. It's a really great read by Mark Millar. Check that out. But one of the big things about the movie that is really interesting is that they have X-23, Laura Kinney. She's going to be appearing in it. She's shown in the trailer. She's that little girl that Wolverine goes and meets up with and has to protect. She's really interesting in the comics because she's probably the most popular character to be created in the 21st century. Um, just trying to think of anybody else who's had the same sort of impact or their first appearances anywhere close in value. Nobody, nobody comes close at all. Um, Even for characters introduced in the '90s, she's just as popular because we have Deadpool and Harley Quinn. But well, they're definitely more popular. But she's really picking up in the same sort of light. Even her first appearances were just as much as either of those characters. Um, Even though she sort of suffers from what's sort of problematic with a lot of new characters, even nowadays with the new Miss Marvel, who's quite popular, and Spider-Gwen. So they're piggybacking off sort of the legacy of older characters like Spider-Man or the original Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel. Um, and I got to talk to Joe Quesada about this year at Fan Expo, and part of the reason that we see that happen is because it's really tough to break new characters. In the '90s, we had all sorts of mutants get introduced. Really, the only ones to stick. We have a few that show up, but Deadpool and Cable are pretty well the biggest ones. And after, I'm trying to think of anybody else, but those were really the big ones. And even them, they're lucky that they managed to break, but Deadpool took a while. Not really until the 2000s that hit it really big. Always had a cult following, but with X-23, she's had popularity right from the start, and now it's about to get even bigger. She has really interesting backstory, the way that she's even has a darker, crazier past than Wolverine does, and she's a clone from him. So it'll be really interesting to see her on the screen and what that does for her popularity because she already has that big potential. But yeah, it's an interesting time, and we'll see how it goes in March. Uh, Thanks for watching. Have a good one.